Good evening, viewers. This is Larissa Kurba, bringing to you the news and events in Meghalaya from the Bosco Media Network. The headlines for today are: Meghalaya Democratic Alliance government faces rough weather from the Meghalaya BJP. Meghalaya opposition leader to apprise Meghalaya governor on alleged corruption in Garo Hills Autonomous District Council and Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council. Woodland WK Hospital inaugurated in July by Minister of Health A.L. Hick. Northeastern Hill University's Teachers Association Nehuta rejects Vice Chancellor's reason for withholding Nehuta grants. Now the news in details. Meghalaya coalition government under the nomenclature Meghalaya Democratic Alliance, which commenced with the swearing of Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on the 6th March 2018 at a glamorous green grass of Raj Bhavan, is now being tested whether it will survive its 5-year term. Meghalaya, which is known for political instability, has seen as many as 11 chief ministers ruling the tiny state of northeastern region at different intervals. The MDA, which seemed to have a smooth sailing all along, is being tested by its own coalition partner, the Meghalaya BJP. This has come to the fore when the president of Meghalaya unit of the BJP, Ernest Mauri, has threatened to pull out from the MDA on ground of alleged irregularities and mismanagement in the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council as well as in the Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council. Speaking to the media, Meghalaya Health Minister and one of the senior leaders of Meghalaya BJP today told the media at the main secretariat that he will apprise the Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on the dissatisfaction of the Meghalaya BJP over the functioning of the 2 autonomous district councils in the state.
State government. Nhưng lệ cái bộ đoàn cầm mình lệ là ta chỉ cầm được dùng tôi dùng quay ba thì cái mình sẽ bảo cái party cái đoàn hi là cái trong nông nghiệp mình để giải mà cái đó là cái trong nông nghiệp mình giải mà em áp cái nông bần cái job này subah cái mình hiện nay cũng cái party BJP cái đây representative cái party aku aja percaya cái niat là cái dùng cái सरकार beli cái job ta đi mình nông nghiệp aduh mendang yang pak yo pan yang jeung sai tamangan ongai pi la ki play kanu nu kam la la man siu betul kam long ka ba edi ka long ka bamba na kalian jo kanu ba isi ba punya ni mangi ke sarkaru lara mangi ke sarkaru ni ai kami ki brio mi tre kami ai ka appointment na dong sedong lara ngina masiu betul ta ka long ke ba kala ba baleran du ni ta ba kala the decision ni nalang mga kalong kumu winagi representative basan boro de winagi representative ka party ro gadon nang ta ngidon ru in charge yung ka BJP Meghalaya bari men pe kmi ya da jingya jing ya be guarantee yung ka BJP ko Meghalaya kita bari men tip lang men perkhat men betro men ta kem patip in norim ko scam in chong be chwa ki perkhat yung party men de kata maka parti ki jungi kamde parti bodon tang Meghalaya ka parti jungi ki parti jung gari India borogoi tikum gar parti jung India hi borogoi ngbe bichula angkat pamon daga state jungi kanyo ka jingbet na kai commando ilaban area problem tambah yang decision hi bolong policy matter si small matter te borok ki hat kila bichu ta nomor ka por bangi form ni sarkar ru but you ki one hi na percent di maki ki alam man form yang sarkar te mata la nong bende ek nong basiwi nong rai kamdon maki kamla nong.
Meghalaya opposition leader Dr. Mukul Sangma today said that he will apprise the Meghalaya governor on the alleged corruption in Garo Hills Autonomous District Council and Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council in the state. Sangma said that he will urge the governor to take cognizance of the allegation, which is of serious nature, in which people in power are involved. There is complete financial mismanagement, he said, while adding that BJP too has a member in the executive committee of Garo Hills Autonomous District Council, and the matter is something which should not be taken lightly. Sangma also lamented that even the employees have not received their salary for the last 2 years. Once again, the outgoing Vice-Chancellor, Professor S.K. Srivastava, is misleading by poor attempt to justify withholding of NEHUTA grants on false excuses. NEHUTA's call for boycott of the convocation arose from Vice-Chancellor's non-compliance with statute pertaining to holding of convocation in the year 2018. The NEHUTA implored upon him to convene University Court before the convocation is held, as convening court meeting before the convocation is mandatory. Still, the Vice-Chancellor held the convocation without the court meeting. So why is the Vice-Chancellor raking this sheer infirmity committed by him after nearly 3 years again? The sole intent behind such diversionary tactic is to cover up his unstatutory act of withholding NEHUTA grant. His askance for the list of attendees in NEHUTA meeting is utterly devious and it smacks vindictiveness, and he failed to answer why he needs the list of attendees. As per NEHUTA's constitution, it is the general body of NEHUTA that decided to call for boycott of the unstatutory convocation. Therefore, the NEHUTA once again demands to the President of India to not extend a totally failed Vice-Chancellor beyond his term that ends on 23rd September 2020. The NEHUTA also appeals to all concerned to launch an investigation into all the financial, administrative, and academic infirmities committed by Professor S.K. Srivastava. It is a disgrace that a premier university like NEHU still has to bear with all the omissions and commissions of the incumbent Vice-Chancellor. It is also to be noted that the NEHU did not have a Chancellor for last 5 years solely because of the Vice-Chancellor's faults by not informing the Centre. This statement has been issued to the media by NEHUTA's President, XP Mao, and General Secretary, Dr. Mar Bhador M. Khemdet. To cater to the people's need of medical assistance, Shri A.L. Hek, Minister of Health, Government of Meghalaya, today inaugurated the Woodland WK Hospital in Jowai. In a function attended Shri Wailat Miki Shila, MLA, Shri Bright Star Chermang, MDC Jowai North, Dr. Amanwar, DHS, Shri Garot, LNS Dykes, DC West Giant Hills District, Shri Puraman Kinjing, Dolai Ilaka Jowai, Shri Temi Pawa, Village Elder, Sabah Muswang, and others.
We inaugurate this hospital to make use for benefit of the people and watch. Congratulations, Dr. Garshing and family. September 2020, I think we have privilege and honor to inaugurate this hospital, Woodland Hospital of Jawai.
Ba Trang ban kani hospital kan pleno Henry Barok kinong song snong jongka mdei tang ka West Giant Hills Henry Barok ka Giant Hills kila ap khmi ya kani hospital bakan pleno namar hoi ngamong bah hapo district ngimdon ki hospital hoi ngidon tang bah ka pertai ke pemerintah ki briu kila ya be ba ya ki specialist kim hunsho tang ha ki MBBS kila kwa baik ban wat iki specialist ki bachelor te ngangai scam wada kejingwan jong kini ke hospital kaba mdai shu ladong menta ka sngi ong hoi ngi play kini ke hospital ka bathamai handrai ngimdai ban sneu tho bakala kani mdai ka bathamai kani ka dai ka bala play na do snem 1991 mo kani ka dai kene ka banta jong ka tai ka Woodland Hospital ka bala ay ka jing shakri kabala ay ki service kabala ki phau tli ki snem kabala safe ya da ki hajar tli ki life te ki nong song snong lani ki nong song snong jong ka district jong ka thani bro ko wei kim dei ban snau thu bakla bakin ting la shai la sisngi bi ong em ka te hospital ka badang thamai kini ki doctor ki badang thamai ki nurse ki badang thamai em mdei namar ki ni ki doctor ki nurse ki long ki bala twit ki bala train ha ka te ka parent hospital kabadan hapo Shillong tengah ngalong ngakemen bha da ka jing pleno jong kani hospital ngakemen tang nagaba lait swaban leit wat parking tang ka te silong ro ngakemen bha siwon nomor ngalong ala thaj ba tang ban ngakwa ba ban leit sa te sawurlan hospital tang ba tang ban poi hang tu yo parking tengah tharai bon hi naki nomor ngayo i but maximum ki breu ki ban sim dawai hapo akatai ka Woodland Hospital ka badan hapo Shillong ki mostly ki dai nong jantia te ngaong kelong sisa ke jing kerku ya kani ka than jongi te ngidon kam ban ye trailang ban ye snok tilang bakum na kaliang jong government ro pilayo ihi kilaya persangkat bala especially hapo
Jika idokan hagi kam sorka Andrei empoi de cinu ite jing bestat petip ya gi kon ki keti ki yongi Andrei langba kejingem yong gini ki private hospital kanu kejing kerku wo yok kam yo jam ya ki kon samla yongi wo yok ki ite lat ikamai iyongki langbai jing stat jing tip iyongki jing kerku jong play try to rat jero but nyum dei ban ket kita play undang kerku yakin nong yalam ki jong ibaro hakala hadak jong ikam ki jong lara kidei kinong yalam nyam lara kidei kinong sensation lara kidei daloi lara kidei doctors lara kidei nurses paramedical staff ke nong yarap abot ki hospital. God will always bless you, and I pray always that God will protect you, hold you, guide you, and play track and rap. Unda unri unkier hi hapo ki hokti Tuhan, kita sebut, kita isnai, kita.
Woodland Hospital berada sebab kedai dalam terkeski kejikha, dan ciski, midon kam sipun kita sumar kumapi, berada kabor, berada kasab, dan kedon rokalan perkerjaan ya kan. Ia ikut nanti lembaga kerjaan kejongki, nado itu ke Amarwar, itu Pak Elhek, bahkan di hospital. Kumbak kadur jongka kalong janai hamrai kanong kentang dari lembah kijingnot senyang jongki syak di hospital ngadon ada bagi jengkermen bahkan di hospital harjaintia among bagi hospital udah di jahantia kimlong bebiang hamrai ngakwa bahkan di hospital lembah kijingrap jong kini ki arut ki research jong kari Meghalaya jongi Dr. Amarwa bagi Minister dan buruh demi bayar hek bahkan di hospital kan yo ya ke standar kaba kibriu tang nepo Meghalaya kinwan yo ya ke sumar ubah ni hari de kamentahi ya barok kari bakai cai penriu kari India bagi wewe bagi cai penriu bukan sari India.
So to differentiate between Woodland Hospital Shillong and Woodland WK Hospital in Meghalaya in Giant Hills, so I added in between Woodland WK, which is my name only, to differentiate a little bit. Now this is a 108 bedded hospital. We started this hospital in January 2017. And we are supposed to complete the construction of this hospital during the March-April. But because of this pandemic of COVID-19, we were so handicapped that it was really difficult for me and for the contractors who has taken up this project to complete the construction of this hospital. However, I would like to place a special thanks to our contractor, the civil contractor, Kombem Pasha, who is sitting here. In spite of her age, she is never failed to come here every day from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. At hospital, we have only 3 new features which nowhere in Meghalaya. These 3 new features which we have added in this hospital. Number 1, that we have installed, you know that in a hospital, there is always a fear of pollution. You see the Shnong also, the Rangba Shnong always is telling me that, doctor, have you taken care of pollution of the environment? I said, okay, you wait. Now we have completed the installation of what is called ETP, STP to take care of the liquid waste that is generated from the hospital. Now the unique feature of this, that the water which has been discharged after the process of cleaning the polluted water is being recycled back into the cisterns of the flush system, so that you see the water is not wasted. So at the same time we prevent pollution of the environment. We also conserve water, which is also very important. The second thing that we have done is we have installed, I think for the first time in Meghalaya also, we have installed an oxygen generator. You know, this place is, no one is making oxygen or manufacturing oxygen in Meghalaya. We all have to get it from Guwahati, that is the nearest place, or from Silchar. And especially during this pandemic, I think you have seen in the newspaper that there is so much of shortage of oxygen in the country, because so many people suffering from severe symptoms of COVID-19 disease required oxygen. So now in this remote location, we have an oxygen generator. Therefore, we will not bother much, since the generator will generate oxygen for our patients. And you know, this is a multi-speciality hospital. We have the investigations which are very basic and important for the people, which are common investigation, like ultrasound scanning, like endoscopy, like blood test, X-ray, CT scan. These are the main investigative investigation that we have. And you know, all these years, the people from this district, Jaintia Hills, they have to go all the way to Shillong to get these tests done. But now with the facilities that will be available in this hospital, I think it will ease to a great extent for the people of Jaintia Hills not to go to Shillong. You know.
I'd just like to share a few words with you. I know short while from now, we are going to be officially inaugurating this hospital, which will be given immensely services to the people of this area. At the same time, my friend Dr. Karjie, not just going only setting up this hospital, he has created the assets. This asset, that what he has created is not for himself or for his family, but he has created this asset for the service to the people of this entire area. Will be immensely benefit from this hospital. As I said rightly by Wailat Shilla, the local MLA from this area, but Gibril can lutan MDC long, but Gibril can lutan Gabor, but Kapisa, Nagabalik Sumar City Shalom. Everything will be given, all the benefits and the services within this place only in the Woodland WK Hospital. Ingit ikata ba kani hospital kan ai ki jinggerku ka bakrau dan wanda ki jinot kam jong kani kisnom, but haka juga boru, he has created employment, is the employer, has created so many employment that's set by the wahya of the shnom, but proper percent 80% of the workers of this hospital has been given job to the people of this particular locality. Well, I know yaki kam ki jam proper percent nagi beri jong kene ka jagahi jong kene kisnongi. Tika lalong sisa ka jinggerku, naga betaki bobon ba ki nong ita tak bobon ba ki beri jong kene kisnong ki bayo kam yo jam melayo ben pet ela ka jong yang kesem ling ba kene ka hospital. Tingit ba kene ka hospital kalong ka jinggerku ka bakrau, naga betaki bobon ba ki beri jong kene kisnong yang ni ka than ki besong ka basa ba kalong ka jinggerku Nagmenta ki balik bawan, kemauan wakani kani national highway. There are so many people are going from this national highway from Shillong, Jawai to other places. There also will be immensely benefit through this hospital. Tengengit ba tadi hospital kan long ka jingmentoy, nam taki babun ki balang, bat kan long ka jingmentoy, nagmenta ki ba ya balik bawan nagani ka jaga ba. Stuck away ka bangga kwa ban ong, nagmenta ki ni ki doctors ki badan ni. Doctors who are here who are going to be giving the services to this hospital, you know, all the patients who are coming to see you, many of them, they are impatients. But if the doctors become impatients, then the doctor become patients. Tinggal group dia balada ki baru kinompang imuan sini ni kinompang mapri kilong restless, kilong impatience. Tilada ki nombang kilong impatience, tilada ki doktor kilong impatience, tinggal ki doktor ki impatience. Tilada now kerpat iki baro, but you should have the tolerance power. Kini bandon ke bor jong ke jing smoto ke jong ki, komno ban ai ke jing shakri, how you can serve the people, how you can serve the people not only in this area, anybody who's coming to you, whether they are from the affluent family or they are from the poor family or from any kind of family, the services have to be treated equally to each one of them. Nobody can be given discrimination or partially to anybody. Even I get you in Shakri, ya no ki buwan na dagi buwan na yung badan ba yam na yung badok na dagi wan yung bakum do kumnoru ka jing Shakri hi ka long equal to.
Let's have a glimpse of COVID-19 update for today.
Is 172. East Jaintia Hills 61, East Khasi Hills 74, 21 are from the armed forces, paramilitary forces, and 53 others category. North Garo Hills 1, South Garo Hills 1, Southwest Garo Hills 2, West Garo Hills 9, Ribhoi 23, and West Jaintia Hills 1. The total number of active cases is 1,818. Out of this, 1,187 are in East Khasi Hills. 260 armed forces, paramilitary forces, and 927 others category. West Khasi Hills 14, Southwest Khasi Hills 5, Ribhoi 152, 47 from the armed forces, paramilitary forces, and 105 others category. West Jaintia Hills 14, East Jaintia Hills 203, West Garo Hills 183, 72 are from the armed forces, paramilitary forces, and 111 others category. Southwest Garo Hills 10, South Garo Hills 20, East Garo Hills 17, and North Garo Hills 13. The total number of recovered cases for the day is 39. East Jaita Hills 3, East Khas Hills 10, Ribhoi 1, South Garo Hills 1, West Garo Hills 24, 16 from the armed forces, paramilitary forces, and 8 others category.